Welcome back. It's Brooke-Sidney, your favorite mindset and manifestation coach. And today I'm going to talk about the number one way to speed up your manifestations and to get through any delays. But before I do that, I just want to remind you that there are now 3 ways to work with me. One is, of course, one-on-one coaching. The other's email. And then I have the Manifesting Frequency, my amazing group course and coaching program. Check those out below and make sure you are signing up for my email list so you get all of the details and discounts, all the good insider tips. Now, let's get into it. I have been talking to my clients all about how to speed up their manifestations. A lot of us are trying to manifest something on a timeline, or there is something happening in our lives that needs an immediate conscious manifestation, right? Why are we doing this? Why are we on this manifestation journey if we cannot actually create consciously? Whatever you're seeing in front of you is actually what you've been creating. And 9 times out of 10, if you're watching my channel and other manifestation channels, we know that there's something that you're hoping or desiring to manifest. So what I am finding is that the number one way that you can speed up your manifestation or get something that you feel like is stuck like in the ethers is through consistency. I think a lot of us are making it too hard. Everyone is still like online looking for the new latest coach, looking for the latest teacher, thinking that there's some new technique that's going to help them have that quantum leap and that quantum shift. Manifestation boils down to a couple of easy principles. That's why I felt like today's video was just to kind of get us back aligned and get us back on track. Because manifestation, honestly, is very simple. It is changing our thoughts and feelings about something. So ultimately, we have a new dominant assumption, right? Which is ultimately a new way of thinking and being and feeling and ultimately believing. And in many other realms, like law of attraction realms, it is like raising your vibration so that you are a match to it. All of it is basically saying the same thing, is that you become at one with your desire. You become the manifestation, meaning you are thinking, feeling, believing, having the self-concept of the person, the you that is already on another timeline, the you that already exists that has it. You are lining up with it. You are thinking the thoughts, believing the things, vibrating at the level of whatever it is you desire. And so the gap essentially is, besides the part that God's doing, whatever you want to look at, the divine, the bridge of incidents that are happening, the gap is from where we think and feel what's a match to the 3D, and whether we think and feel and have the self-concept and the person who has the thing of what we're trying to manifest. That's the difference. So how do we bridge that gap? How do we go from 3D reality to our new reality? How do we collapse that time? We take any technique or tool that we have found to work for us, and we do it consistently. We do it until we feel and think differently. We do it until we go from these old thoughts, beliefs, paradigms, feelings of not having, lack, scarcity, all of that. We do whatever we need to do consistently. Affirmation, scripting, visualizations, thinking as if, ask-formations, any of those tools, they will all work if you work them. There is no magic in the tool. It doesn't matter what the tool is. As long as you are using a tool that helps you think differently, feel differently, and put yourself into the end state. Put yourself consistently in the wish fulfilled. For some of you, that is robotic affirmations. That is saying the same affirmation over and over and over again that puts you into the state of having your wish fulfilled. That is ask-formation, asking yourself questions as if you are already in that state. Isn't it amazing I already have $1,000 a day? Isn't it amazing that I already have this beautiful home? Or some of you use scripting. You're writing out the story of your life in the place of having what you want. or you're using visualization, imaginal acts and inner conversations. State akin to sleep. You're doing it before you go to sleep and when you wake up. But the key thing to all of these little techniques that I'm just talking about right now, to go from the 3D reality where you're currently at to the reality that you desire, is your consistency. It's whatever you are doing right now consistently. And so many of you I've heard ask, well, what does consistently mean? You know what consistently means, because if you are still having doubts that are the dominant amount of your time, of your thoughts on the subject, if you think about the doubts, or you think about the problems, or you think about the worries 51% of the time, or the majority of the time, that means you don't have a dominant assumption. You don't have the state of being. You don't have the self-concept, and you definitely don't have the vibration of the person who has the thing. You're still in doubt. You're still in worry. You're still aligned with the 3D, and you're still aligned with oftentimes the problem. That's where choosing a technique and consistently doing it is how we bridge the gap. It's how we close the time delay between where we are right now and where we want to be. In other words, it's how we reprogram our subconscious. For those of you that are on the scientific tip, it's how we reprogram our thoughts. It's how we begin to think differently. And truthfully, when we're doing these techniques, things come up. If we're sitting with ourselves and truly becoming aware of our thoughts, if we're watching our mental diet, if we're using awareness, we're using mindfulness and meditation and affirmations, and we're really checking in with ourselves, we know when something doesn't ring true, or we know when we have a counter belief, a belief that is something we keep thinking over and over again. It's simply a thought that we think all the time that's aligned with the 3D, or it's telling you you can't have something. Those are the beliefs that you need to shift. So the quicker that you become consistent with your manifestation practice, the quicker you're going to have your result. Because if you don't have it, then you're not in the position to, and so it is and it's done. Right? Because if you can decide that it's done and that worked for you, you would have. I'll tag that video, because you truly can. You can consistently think the thought by deciding that it is yours and it is done. And then for the rest of us, or for the other areas in our lives where that doesn't work, or it hasn't worked yet, we need to get consistent about our manifestation practices, our manifestation routines, the way we are reprogramming this beautiful computer, our beautiful inner kingdom 4D. We are making it work for us. So today, decide to be consistent. Pick whatever manifestation technique that feels good to you or has worked for you in the past, and decide today to do it consistently. Develop it into a habit. Manifestation and consciously creating is a mindset as well as a lifestyle. It's something that we do over and over and over again. In terms of changing the way that we thought, something comes up in our 3D, we don't like it, we know that we can change it. All we have to do is apply ourselves. So whatever you do consistently, that's where you're going to see success. Period, point blank. And for those of you that are still struggling, you know that there's something operating in your blind spots, or you really want to collapse time, make sure that you get some help. Go ahead and schedule that one-on-one. Do the coaching program. Don't stay stuck. So I know that this helped today. I'm looking forward to your comments below on the areas and the manifestations that you're looking to become consistent in. Make sure you're subscribed, turn that bell on, and I'll see you in the next video.